Well, hello, our little lifers. I'm Mark.
And I'm Donna.
So, what are we talking about today, baby?
Well, maybe a little bit of faith,
A little bit of a Christmas message.
a little bit of a Christmas message, maybe, because on my channel and this channel, we have a subscriber. And I'm not going to call this person out because they might not want to be called out. But the other day, Mark had to go tour the memory care home that they are about to have to put his mother in. And so it's a huge decision. It's an emotional decision. It's all the stuff. So right as he was driving away, he was going over there to meet his sisters, I came and checked the channel to just see if there were comments. And right at almost exactly at the time that he was leaving to go, tour this home, somebody made a comment and they just said, I just thought that you two could use some encouragement today, and put a song up there. And it's anytime I think something like that happens, that is the Holy Spirit really talking to that person and saying, somebody needs you right now. And I would like you to listen to me and do, this act of kindness. And I think that it's so important to hear that and be able to hear that and then to listen to it.
And to thank you to the subscriber that did that.
Absolutely, because it really meant...
It's easy to ignore those things.
It is.
And for those that don't believe, when you hear things about God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit, you might, not believe. One thing that can't be denied, whether you believe or not, is the simple truths of God is love. And, and there is an opposite for everything. There's good, evil, love, hate, hot, cold, etc. So even with that being said, when God uses love to touch other people's lives, so it all ties together. So if you got the capability of love, whether you believe it or not, that's where it comes from.
That is exactly where it comes from.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of, I think about how many times I have ignored that nudge. You see somebody that looks like they might be on the verge of tears and you go, I don't want to get involved. And Mark is so good at that. Well, let me just say this before I forget. We were at the park one day.
If you forget too much, I might have to place you in the memory care.
That is entirely possible. We were at the park one day and we have this beautiful park down the street from us, and we go walk there all the time. And we were walking and we're just cruising along, on the path. And, I'm trying to get my steps in for the day. And Mark said, I just feel like I need to go talk to that person over there. And they were sitting at a, picnic table. And I just went, don't, because you never know, he can get in a conversation with somebody and it can go on and on and on. And I was just trying to work, get my little steps in for the day. And I was like, no, don't, and we kept
the
walking.
The further I walked, the harder.
Yes. And I could tell, we were slowing down, and he's like, well, you can keep walking if you want. So of course I turned around, and I didn't go with him up to this person, but he went and had a conversation. And, ultimately, I'm not going to go into, I don't even remember what your conversation was about, but the person said, I needed that so much. And he said a prayer for them. And the thing is, when you hear that it's better to give than receive, a lot of times I think we think of physical things, monetary things, a gift or something like that. But it's better to give of your heart a lot of times than it is to receive, because that moment for that person, they'll always remember.
Yeah, I think that's real, because trust me, I struggle with my faith. There's times to where I question God far too often. And it
is easy to question why things happen.
It is, because it's an enigma. And God's ways aren't our ways. So our journey through this life is difficult. And, we have our ups and downs. And, when you're going through the storms, sometimes it's easy to lose your faith. Yeah. But I think that's where God has lifted me up so often, to where I can be having a bad day, or I can be rebelling or have a hardening heart. But it's soft enough to where I'll have those moments to where I have this undescribable pull to do something. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You question yourself and you're like, okay, I don't want to seem like some Looney Tune or or some weirdo, but
it's always received.
Yeah, and I actually was in Costco, and I was being bad, and I got that $1.50 hot dog that they have.
Were you without me?
Yeah, I was.
He's always eating something
without me. I had dropped by, and I was just sitting there, and of course, people watch. Everybody likes to people watch, and trust me, the places like Costco is a good place to people watch.
That is for sure.
But I was sitting there, and this young man come by, and he sat down with his back to me. I could see him to the side, and he said a prayer before his meal, which you don't see that
in public
as much. And I was finishing up, and it literally was one of that same moment was for me to say something to him about it. And I'm like, Jess, that's awkward, right? Yeah. I'm having these inner dialogues, but I've over the years realized, okay, God blesses me through that more than anything. It ministers to me. Yeah. So anyway, I was walking by him, and he's taking a bite, and I said, "Excuse me, man." I said, "I don't want to be weird or make you uncomfortable or just seem goofy." I said, "But I noticed you saying a prayer and blessing your food. I just wanted you to know God told me that He heard you." And the guy almost gasped. He was just like, and the look on his face and just that connection, it was such a blessing of like, wow, that was powerful. Those quick little change of words with a stranger. Of
you
having
never know what somebody else is going through.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, if you feel that nudge to say something, to donate something, to give of yourself in any way, that's God. Whether you believe or not, that's God, because all good comes from God. And like I said, if somebody is really struggling with something, and all it takes is for you to feel like you are accidentally, or it might feel like you're not saying anything purposeful, really. You're just going, "Oh, man, I just wanted to say blah blah blah." It's going to impact that person.
Yeah, and I think so. This obviously be a short video. Christmas coming up, but I also wanted to share and say that we're in that season, right? The holidays, Christmas, all that, and it's not always good for everybody. Last December was when Mom went to the hospital, and now we're amazed that she's still here, but she is, and suffering. And then Dad's in the hospital as we speak, and I had to have a section of his intestines removed with emergency surgery, and looking to discharge him hopefully tomorrow to go to rehab. So when you're seeing everybody being festive, and from our home to yours, Merry Christmas, all that holiday cheer, I want to acknowledge those of you that are maybe just going through a difficult time, regardless of what the category is. It's not a competition in life.
Right.
Tough times are tough times. So let this be a message, if it is you, that it's God's way of speaking through us and going, you're going to be okay. Just take a breath, pause, and just try to let it be, because it's okay to not be okay.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what'd you get me? Did you get me that sports car for Christmas?
I did. Okay. It's in the back of the garage.
And hey, by the way, I'm back to the goatee, beard gone, feedback, beard, goatee, no facial hair. What do you think?
Yeah, I know. He's like, should I shave? Do what? No, I like a little facial hair.
So anything you want to say before we close out this?
No, I think that, I just was, that was on my mind because of you, lovely subscriber that, that did take that moment out of your day to send us a little encouragement, because
you know who you are. And if anybody wants to know, read the comments. You'll see.
It was in our last video, the Thanksgiving video. I think, was that our last video?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyway, I think that was when it was on, but
it was last week's video.
Yes. But it's just, I don't know. We're old.
We don't have a lot of videos yet on this channel, so go look through it.
But I think whether it's the holiday season or not, we need some kindness in this world. I really think a lot of social media, because people aren't face to face, have gotten so jaded, and some people are just really mean. Yeah, I get a few.
But we truly do appreciate each and every one of you. We really do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the purpose of the channel, is to not just to have quantity, but quality
right.
of people that want to share life together and just have some wholesome stuff to
Right.
see.
And I know there are a lot of people that are lonely and that feel more lonely during the holiday season if you don't have any family or friends or loved ones at all to spend it with. So know that we're here and we care about you guys. And if you want to write anything, then we're here to listen to you. We're not therapists, though.
No.
I mean, I'm Mark's therapist.
But true. Underpaid, right?
We're very underpaid, both of us.
Underpaid, but super appreciated. Anyway,
Exactly.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Donna.
And it's our little life. And wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But we'll see you before New Year. But until then, we'll see y'all later.